What's up guys, how's it going? Hope you're well. Just wanted to do a slightly longer video. It's been a while since I uploaded, it's been really hectic, and we have a bit of sad news. My Steadfast hat has gone missing, so my hair is on display now. It's very cold in winter, so I need to get my hat back. If anyone knows where it is, let me know. Maybe we can get a search party out. Anyway, to the crux of the video, my last longer video, it was on self-love and how everything we know about self-love actually isn't that helpful, or everything we're told about it. So I offered my thoughts, and I did say I would do a follow-up video where I would talk about actually how to reward yourself in a meaningful way. So better late than never. Here is the video on how to reward yourself, or ways to reward yourself that are actually better and more cohesive with your self-love and appreciating yourself. So it's very important to reward yourself, and that is the one thing that actually maybe the traditional advice given about self-love is correct on. You have to reward yourself. The difference is that a lot of times, as I was mentioning before, if you just go online, like, well, how to love myself, how to reward myself, a lot of times the advice given is, you know, when you're feeling low, go for a shopping trip, go for a thing. It can feel good to buy something, and it can feel good to reward yourself for something. The only caveat I would say is that if you have financial goals, or most people actually, they just don't have a lot of spare income at the moment, so just buying something in the moment when you're emotional, you might regret that purchase. So what I would say is, I have started doing this as well, and it's definitely really beneficial. Make a list of things that you kind of need and things that you want. So maybe I might need a kitchen appliance, or maybe I want a video game, maybe I want something for my fitness, maybe I want an item of clothing, but I don't really need that. But at least I have a list, okay? And then what happens is you can revisit that list and you can say, well, you know, do I really actually need this thing? You know, it's fine. I don't need an oven, I have an air fryer or something like that, or I don't need this item of clothing. I mean, I want it, but I've got so many already, why do I need it? So that then stops you from the regret that when you're just trying to reward yourself and you buy something impulsively, that stops you from that, because you have a list. And actually, in a way, it can then help you with your reward system, because something that's been on your list for ages and ages, you finally buy it after you achieve a goal. Like, it feels way more earned, it feels way more deserved, and you really enjoy it more than perhaps something that you just on the day, oh, I'm feeling low, let me just buy whatever, you know? So that's what I'm saying. So that advice is good, just with a caveat. The only other thing is, sometimes in life you do need something. You know, you might turn up to work and realize, like, oh, I don't have that, or oh, my car needs that. Something just comes up and you have to buy it. Like, that's different. But if you're looking to reward yourself with a purchase, I think that's the best way to do it. Make a list, follow through, see if you still want that thing, and then buy it once you've achieved something. Then that really, you know, you really feel that's earned. The second thing is, find a way to reward yourself that's cohesive with your goal. So what do I mean by that? When you look at things like, okay, so I talk a bit about my fitness journey, but that's just because I've learned a lot on it, and I'm still learning a lot on it, which is really great, but it has taught me some really great lessons. So one of the things that, the best way of illustrating this is, if you're trying to lose weight, and really the best way of doing that is the only really way is to create a calorie deficit. And so a lot of times when you finally do that after a long time, you're like, yeah, I stuck to my calories, or I did the right amount of work I was supposed to do in the gym. So you reward yourself, you go back to the junk food that you've always been eating. Now, people say, like, you've just undone everything. You haven't quite undone everything, because if your eating isn't great, but you're still doing the training, you're still sleeping, you're still recovering well, actually, you haven't undone all of your progress. But the truth is, yeah, you won't get to that goal that you're really hoping for. And inside, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel that, you know, I'm falling short of where I want to be, but deep down, subconsciously or consciously, you're going to know that it's because of the choices you've made, and that is really what's going to make you feel bad. And that's why I made the video last time about everything you know about self-love is wrong, is because people are just telling you to reward yourself, and when you reward yourself in a way that doesn't fit with your goals, that's actually not going to work. So you will see a lot of influencers, and they eat all the street meals all the time, and I wouldn't say that that's always a bad thing, but you have to bear in mind, a lot of these people, they just show it for the camera, they don't actually eat that. And secondly, a lot of these people, they're on like performance enhancing things, and that's obviously going to affect it. I don't want to get into the willy-nilly of it, but my point is, just find a way to reward yourself that's cohesive. So for example, for me, and again, it's a process, you know, as you first start on your self-improvement journey, as you first start on your goals, you are going to reward yourself in ways that doesn't fit, you know. I used to go to McDonald's, I used to go to KFC, I used to eat out all the time after working out, after achieving my calories. So then you just kind of, you know, offset yourself a bit. That's fine, it happens. But the thing is, eventually then I found a better way to reward myself. So now, for example, if I do a fast, or if I do something, if I keep my calories going for a long time, if I keep making the progress I want to make, then I find a better way of rewarding myself, which is that I cook myself something nice. So maybe like a really nice salmon in the air fryer with some really nice like avocado or something. That's quite a lot of personal information talking about the meals you like, but it's just nice. Or I make myself a pizza after fasting, and that's really nice because I can choose, you know, it's still unhealthy, but you know, it's less unhealthy than ordering out because you can choose how much oil, how much cheese, how much things you put in. So my point is that find a way to reward yourself that kind of aligns with your goal. So you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to save up and then your goal is to spend all your money before you've actually got to your, you know, grand saving amount, that's not really going to work. You're going to have to spend a smaller amount. Or, you know, if you're trying to go on a fitness journey, you're going to have to find a different way of rewarding yourself than always just completely overeating, is what I'm saying. So find a way to reward yourself that fits with your goal is the second thing about rewarding yourself. And then finally, the thing is, reward yourself at the right frequency. So there's some times in life when if you're really, really struggling, if you're really, really down, and sometimes that does happen in life, you do feel down, there are periods where it doesn't seem like progress is coming, then actually, even though you haven't quite achieved your goal, it might be worth just a little pick-me-up, just something here and there. And again, it doesn't have to be, like I said, an impulsive purchase, like all the advice that I've kind of said you shouldn't follow. But if you've had something on your list for a while, it's not that expensive. If you've had something just in your mind that you think, you know, maybe it might be worth getting, that is what I'm saying. And other times as well, if you've just started, obviously, a journey, you might reward yourself more frequently. But you have to be careful then that doesn't actually, like I said before, with rewarding yourself in the appropriate way, that you don't offset that progress. So I would say again that the frequency is important, and no one frequency is going to work for everyone. So achieving a milestone or achieving a goal might seem like that's a great frequency for me right now, but like I said, if you're beginning, you might have to reward yourself more frequently. If you're struggling, you might have to reward yourself less frequently. And if you're like on a roll and you're just achieving all these goals, maybe actually you should reduce that frequency as well. So these are just some suggestions, but you're going to have to make tweaks and really just find out the best way that works for you. But spend some time. So the takeaway from the video basically is just spend some time, work out what your goals actually are, then work out ways in which that you can reward yourself that's actually coherent with that. So perhaps like going out, eating a healthy meal, perhaps actually just, you know, going for a nice walk, something like that. You know, that's a good way. Make a list of things that you want to buy or that you're saving up for, and that will help you avoid impulse buying and regrets from that. And yeah, those are the main takeaways from this video. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care, peace out, follow for more amazing content.